Your unnamed party spent some time in the small farming community of Caldwin. There, you encountered a murder as seemingly a single Hadar worshipper escaped the onslaught of the living crucibles and survived floating down the river over the course of the night. When they were taken out of the water, they affected 8 people with madness symptoms and went on a rampage through town, killing 2 others in but an hour and a half time. Hoisting one up into the ceiling, creating a grotesque, beautiful mosaic to Hadar's power, and the other, with little time, ravaged them and hung them to dry in the food storage of a small bed and breakfast. The last person they attempted to murder was unsuccessful as you all began questioning a group, began being suspicious of one such individual. And when you noticed them gone, you began exploring around the edges of the building to find them readying a ship, undoing the ropes and the knots, and preparing to flee towards the sea. Ripley had a small and short conversation with them. This individual claimed many things and seemed very, very disappointed when Ripley chose to fight them, engaging all of you in a combat. They were able to last quite a bit of time, even being one person, due to their spirit guardians and their devastating attacks in melee combat. However, being one person, they were quickly brought down, not before claiming a few things that you would never witness the truth of Yardam and never see him, as you would never make it out to see the other heralds. With that, and in combat, Ripley absorbed the magic of Hadar that had corrupted this person, and in doing so, has satiated his hunger for quite some time. Pride fills your body, Ripley. You look about towards your allies and smile as we begin today's session. The victorious combat. So, this is how you start. What do you wish to do?
We should probably go and get the groups and tell them everything's fine, right?
For sure. Also, I do want to say Ripley's definitely not smiling. He looks fucking miserable. He did not enjoy any of that.
Yeah, you go from an unexpected smile to a frown as you kind of gain a realization of that was a weird emotion. Um, you should not have
I don't
felt.
experience joy.
Yeah, you should. You don't think it was joy. You feel disappointed that it's pride that you felt. Um, but you can see the body is there. It looks very similar to the visage that they had adopted um, before the moonbeam had stripped them of it. It's a human with um, dark hair, falling to the shoulders. Um, there is visible evidence of battle wounds and a greatness of fatigue within their face, as this is a individual who looks sickly um, and very gaunt and thin. Um, somewhat reminds you, Ripley, of you, if you were but a human.
Does he have anything of importance or interest on him?
You check his body, and he does have what looks to be just a hand axe, most likely taken from Peter's house when he was killed, to kind of like act as Peter.
Okay, I leave that. I don't care about it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he had much on him. A lot of his gear was stripped in Peter's house as well. And mainly he was using his claws as like a true weapon, or these strong hands.
Lovely.
His
Yeah,
hands are too strong for us.
yeah. I mean, I believe he melee. Who did he hit in melee combat? Was it Ripley, or was it Asanoth?
No idea.
I know that I definitely got hit.
I think it might have been Asanoth, and it hurt.
Yeah,
He felt like
I
there was an
went
external.
down for a second there. Yeah,
Yeah, there
actually.
was an external force to his claw attacks that kind of was devastating.
Yeah, but I got back up and he didn't. So
No.
I'll take
Um,
my losses.
yeah, I mean he was
I may not
alone.
have strong hands. Yeah, he was. He was very good at what he did.
He killed a lonely man. He had no help.
Well, maybe he should have thought about that
He was trying to
before.
escape.
Well, look, I just did what Ripley wanted me to do.
Okay.
Are there any alterations to the body?
You want to make a medicine check?
Yeah. I think I'm still making my net advantage.
Yeah, with that, you look at the body, and since you weren't here in the previous fight, this individual, through your previous medical checks on the two other bodies that he left in his wake, one individual, a farmer known as Peter, was pinned to the ceiling, and wood stakes were thrust through his leg bones.
Okay.
And you could tell that this individual had great strength, like far greater than a normal human should, or an individual should, and was able to hold a person up to the ceiling and with one hand pin their legs to the ceiling, and then pin the rest of their body to the ceiling as well. And they created a almost like a string light out of their intestines, pulling them all across the top of the wall, and then pulling out their eyes still attached within the sockets, and then pinning those with soft, like small needles into the ceiling as well. They were also able to seemingly lift a human woman up and just kind of hang her within her own place of business. This is a person who you've seen the great strength they had, and when you saw the body in its grotesque form, this kind of dark void all across the skin, these kind of clawed fingertips and hands, now it's gone. Ripley has kind of taken it into their own form. And this individual is left mostly frail, very, very malnourished, malnourished. And there's no way that this person could have lifted a human man to the ceiling and pinned him there, let alone, a human woman who was by far would be easier. This man would not have been able to lift, most likely even you. They are frail and gaunt. Um, there is um, sections where it looks like their fingers have been broken, where that transformation was still a part of the body and not fully magical. So it seems as if like the tips of their fingers were enlarged and sharpened, and there's still evidence there to showcase it.
Mm.
Um, other than that, this is a fucked up person.
Mm. Okay. So there was magic afoot. Okay.
Yeah, there was magic afoot for sure.
Okay. Cool. All right. Then I guess that's really it for my analysis.
Okay. Anyone else? Anything to do with the body, or are you gathering folks in the town and telling them it's done?
Should probably just gather the town folk.
Yeah, Osnoth will probably start doing that while they mess with the body. She has no reason to.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
And
Okay.
I'll start to dry off as much as possible.
Yeah, you just start rinsing. Like you take off like your shirt and any other spare clothes you have, and you start like wringing them out just on the edges of the docks.
Do you think it's gonna be super obvious we have a dead person with us? Not that it hasn't been already. Honestly, everybody here has been really chill about that.
People have been chill about it everywhere we've gone.
For real.
They probably assume he has like a weird skin condition because it'd be super rude to like point out, hey, is that guy dead? And then be told he's not, and that he has like a super rare skin condition, and you're being super insensitive about it.
Like, actually, that's the thing he's
I mean,
insecure about.
the thing
Yeah.
is they
That's
see Ripley as
weird.
well, and they're like, oh, they have okay, they're just kind of fucked up.
That guy looks like
Oh,
shit. That guy has a
God.
weird skin condition. That lady's face is burned off.
Yeah, I think my hotness covers everything.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's just so hot.
Yeah,
that
you're just like a
Alex is
very
pretty
pale hot
privileged.
man.
the lack of skin on his jaw is overshadowed by how incredible his cheekbones are.
Exactly. That jawline is still immaculate.
Yeah, with or without flesh, it's fine.
It leaves something to the imagination.
Exactly.
Absolutely. As you go and fetch people, they begin to kind of file outside after hearing the news, and there is a couple. Oh my! As there is a few of the sailor types that look at Atlas, shirtless, trying to dry off.
They're fanning themselves.
The fucking no, the fucking hello sailor sound.
Hello, sailor.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some eyes that are cast that way, so you
Any
get
cat
most.
calls?
Huh?
Any cat calls?
Oh, absolutely.
I thought you said
Damn.
cackles.
No, they're
Like,
not.
they're just
They would
laughing.
not laugh at you. They would not.
There's an evil witch laughing at you.
That's how she flirts.
Atlas has a fan club.
Did that even go through? I don't
It did.
believe
Yes.
Okay. It's hard to tell what things go through or not.
Yeah. Discord likes keeping it a mystery.
You hear
A guessing game.
you hear the cackling off in the distance, and one person turns and goes, "There's a knoll in the area."
Well, that's not our problem.
But yeah, eventually, the body is quickly covered. I shouldn't say eventually. You see Tilo, who is the head of the small group that was going to hide in the warehouse, goes and covers it with a tarp, and it starts to get people to kind of get further back as they begin to kind of deal with the situation. It takes a while for people to arrive because the town kind of split up and they're all very, very far apart in like large groups.
Yeah.
But eventually,
I'll help him with crowd control.
yeah, eventually Tila will also ask if you can just take the body into the warehouse just to get it out of view.
You don't want to show off? Fine, weirdo.
What do you mean by that? He needs help. Human bodies are heavy.
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay.
Is Atlas finished drying off? Can Atlas also help? He's like the
Um,
strongest person I
Atlas is
know.
busy flexing.
Okay. Fuck. Guess it's just me and this NPC. Come on,
Yeah,
Tila.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm there, but I'm negative health.
Yeah, go ahead and make a
yeah.
strength check.
I give you emotional support.
Grim is
I
not there,
should.
by the way.
Yeah, I was about to say.
If I helped, would it give her disadvantage?
Damn.
100% it would give her disadvantage. You do end
Incredible.
up getting the body into the warehouse. There is just a lot of picking it up and then dropping it, and you hear like a soft like squishing sound as the head connects into the pavement many times, and you know there is a weird black ichorish like blood trail that leads into the warehouse that is kind of strong because it took you so long. And eventually you get it in, and Tilo just kind of puts his finger up and kind of walks off to a section of the warehouse and just vomits.
I'm gonna start scraping up the ichor.
Would have been easier to just drag him.
Pretty much what you did. You were just helping.
I just kept dropping his head.
Yeah. That's pretty much how you got him there. You just dragged him, but really badly. Yeah, so you kind of squat down and begin to like scrape up some of the ichor. You hear footsteps from behind you. The footsteps fade away for a moment, and then you hear more throwing up.
Man,
Also,
me
I
and
don't
Tilo,
have anything
very
to do with
similar.
it, so I think I'm just using my hands.
Yeah, you are.
Incredible. That's what
Good,
you
I
should
just
use.
wanted to. Yeah, my
Where
hands.
are you scooping the ichor into?
Your pockets.
I was gonna say my alms box.
You're gonna put it in your alms box?
God, that's gonna start smelling so
I
bad
don't.
soon.
I don't have anything to put it in, but I would love to put it in like a jar. I might just ask Bonnie if she has a jar and just hold it in my hands until then.
Okay, so you hear footsteps approaching you once more. Oh, God. Uh, do you uh, do you need something to put that in?
Yeah, I just thought maybe the public shouldn't have it, so I took it.
Okay.
You got like a jar or
Yeah. He goes and
bowl or
grabs like a small little sealable glass jar.
I will put it in.
Yeah. It does faintly smell like pickles.
After the jar is sealed, I'm gonna pick it up and say, "Can I just keep this?"
I can't stop you.
Perfect, thanks. And I'll put it in my pocket. I won't put it in my alms box in front of him, but that's where it
Okay.
will go.
Yeah, you put it in your pocket. I will say your hands disgusting. They're
Yeah.
covered in blackish red, and the outside of the glass bottle is also covered in it. And now the inside of your pockets is a little moist.
What else is new?
I can show you how I usually clean that off of myself. That's the consistency of my blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you eventually head back outside. The crowd begins to shush and quiet down as Jen and Caldwin will kind of step up. You can see her servants and attendants are with her. There's only maybe about 3 individuals who are kind of standing where you all are, where the body was felled.
Oh, she wanted him alive, didn't she? Oh well.
That wasn't happening.
It's done none.
Yes, there's no more threat. For now, at least.
There was only one conspirator. Certain.
I'm quite positive, yes.
Okay. She goes and addresses the crowd, telling them that the situation has been dealt with and that you can all return to your homes. There's some more that will happen and occur, but for now, you should be safe. What were they trying to do? Why were they here at the docks? Were they trying to take one of our ships?
Yes, I think so. We didn't get up to much talking, unfortunately.
Fortunate. If we could have learned where they were heading, maybe we could have found where they encamp. But no matter, you did a great service to this town. I thank you. The sun is well set, and while we deal with this, if you need a place to stay, you can come to my manor. I already have the space set up for those who are going to stay with me, and I can give them to you instead. Many people have their own homes here.
Hmm.
Is there anyone else hurt in the town that you know of? Anyone else we should worry about?
We didn't tell them about the
Nope.
barkeep, did we?
No.
Okay.
No, but I have an idea. Oh, thank you so much for your offer, but we've already bought a room at the bed and breakfast.
Oh, with Sybil?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she should be able to take care of you then.
Speaking of Sybil, do you know which group she ended up in?
I don't know actually. I don't think
Hmm.
I can't remember seeing her. She wasn't in mine. Doesn't look like she was in Tilo's. No, she wasn't in mine.
Well, thank you anyway.
No problem. If you need anything, I'm not too far from town.
Of course.
She begins to walk off, and um, the crowd is mostly dispersed. And Tilo will offer him and a few others that pulled the bodies out um, of the water initially. If you need, we can clean this all up. You don't have to stay here
Oh, that would
unless
be great.
unless there's some other part of an investigation you need to conduct, or
And no, we were just gonna head back down to the bed and breakfast, get some rest.
okay. Well, thank y'all. We appreciate it. I'll lock the warehouse. Make sure no one gets in.
Perfect.
Have a good night.
You too.
And him and a few others begin to kind of wash the floor of the ichor and blood and begin cleaning up the space. Bonnie, you are able to turn on the lights, the light that was put out, and the city is a little brighter for it. Town is a little brighter for it.
Now we just need to go to the bed and breakfast, find Sybil, and then be like, "Oh no!"
Oh
Yeah, you
gosh, darn it. I guess she died, and there was nothing any of us could have done about it.
How could we have known? We established with both NPCs that we didn't know this was gonna happen.
you make your way to the bed and breakfast. The front door is partially ajar still. It seems like no one really noticed in the rapidly approaching darkness of night that the door was just slightly ajar. That because you never closed it fully. Walking into the main room, there is a spreading smell of thick iron that begins to waft in the air.
I want to walk back to where Sybil is and make sure she's dead now.
Yeah, you walk into the kitchen, look off to the left, and there, hanging with the door open, is the cold corpse of Sybil. Um, she bled out a couple hours ago, and there's a thick pool of red underneath her body within her own pantry. The stench of the blood, specifically in this room, is a little masked by some of the herbs and um, other cooking materials and spices that uh, take place in the room. It's a strange smell of blood mixed with pepper.
I'm just
Hmm.
gonna go from the front door upstairs.
Do you guys think I should scream?
I'm
Who
not
all
there to give input, but I say yes.
who all would go and look at Sybil's body?
Well, I imagine I would also leave the door open to like call out to them.
I suppose I could go over there too. We probably should look shocked or something.
Yeah, probably. And then Ace is going to dig deep and scream like she remembers screaming.
Go ahead, roll me a performance check.
Okay. Can I guidance myself? Since I planned to do this.
A
Sure.
mental pet talk.
You're
I
like,
did. I was like, should I scream? Fine, I'll scream. Okay. Let
yeah.
me think about how to scream.
And I'll give you
You think-
advantage. You kind of take a moment and just like prepare yourself, readying the most blood-curdling scream you can imagine.
Which I've probably already. I think I've already made that scream before in my life.
You definitely
Good
have.
for you.
Do you prepare the group for this?
I said, hey, should I scream?
Okay, just making sure.
But I don't know. You could have not heard me. Who knows?
Hey, I couldn't
But I do a
Would
24.
you probably so you
Scream.
would have known that Sybil's body is hanging in her um place of food storage in her kitchen. So you know that as went back to the bed and breakfast, you know she's there. So
Yeah.
Also, Egil was one of the people who kind of watched her die. It was Egil. I had Egil stay as long as he could, and I had
Yeah.
and Asenat
Asenat.
stayed as long as she could to witness the kind of the body
The
slowly
death.
die.
The
Yeah, the
light
death.
leaving the eyes. Didn't quite make it, but
Okay.
almost.
All right.
So yeah, Asenat just screams. And it's awful. It sounds like someone's dying.
Yeah, there is this even Ripley for a moment doesn't exactly like even though you like all expect it to hear it as it comes out. Ace's scream is fanatical and wild, filled with torment and pain. It is almost perfect and real. And for a moment, all begin to believe either Ace is truly in pain and torment over this situation, or Ace is a fucking psychopath.
This could be true.
I need a
No.
psychopath immediately.
Yeah. It's like it's so perfect. It's like, you know, in Lord of the Rings where Aragorn kicks the helmet and breaks his actual toe, but gives out this most like heartfelt pain scream, and it's just it looks like it's natural. This is natural. You didn't break a thing to do this scream. You're just
No.
that, you know, mentally fucked up.
I'm
traumatized.
just on the verge of screaming that much.
Yeah. There is 20 people that arrive in the shortest amount of time you could have even imagined. And when they see the sight, there is gasps, vomits, people bawl and start crying. Some people faint. And then, in short order, there is a panic. And suddenly, those 20 people turn into 30, and they storm towards the warehouse and set it on fire, burning whatever remaining evidence there was.
This is honestly great for us.
As the warehouse where the body was goes up in flames, there is more loud talks, and soon 2 more buildings go up in flame. As the panic spreads unabated, you all watch, especially Ripley, looking out your window in the bed and breakfast. You watch as Peter's house goes up in flames. And then, in the strangest of circumstances, Ripley, there is a sudden right next to your room. And suddenly you see extra light emanating from the room next door.
Yeah, I recognize the sound and smell of fire, so I'm gonna leave promptly.
Yeah, you head out and suddenly find yourself watching as the bed and breakfast has been set on fire. There is more panic as people just start going kind of crazy, um, not expecting another death and thinking this has been dealt with. Um, this death kind of came out of nowhere, and they don't know what to expect. Tilo tries to restore order with the help of some of the other more well-known people in the town. And as you all are kind of standing outside, you watch as one of these individuals runs up to the front door, kicks it open, and then chucks a lit lantern into the front dining room. You can see all the beautifully set tables go up in flames. Tilo runs up and goes, "What are you doing?" And then gets cold cocked by that individual and fully knocked out. Um,
Oh,
and then that person just goes running. Tilo is just laying unconscious in the doorway as the
All we
building.
need is some Molotov cocktails.
Honestly,
Is he? Is
he's
he?
unconscious.
No, like, is he like going to be burned by the fire, or is he just kind of
He's
like
in
in
the
front of the
doorway.
door?
Like he's right near the door. If the fire gets too out of control, he could get hurt.
Atlas, if you wouldn't mind saving him.
Yeah, sure. And I'll start dragging him out.
I can help with that as well.
You literally, all of us were inside this building when they set it on fire.
yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, they
This is
I guess they do not care about burying their dead here.
no, there's kind of a panic going on because they were just told, "Oh, everything's fine. The murderer has been caught," and then you have this most blood-curdling scream that reignites the panic.
I was maybe not the right one to scream.
As
You
as,
scream too good.
as Atlas is pulling out Tilo, I had to say to Osnoth, "You never cease to amaze." Was it real or not?
Um. Well, yes, to
Hmm.
both.
I see. Tapping into the truest parts of our trauma, I see. Quite the skill.
Oh, I was just remembering and listening.
Hmm. I just tap her on the leg. Then maybe we should get away from the fire.
Yeah, maybe. I will move away.
Yeah, you all move away from the fire. It takes some time, but eventually the crowd begins to settle again. You are asked many questions, but most people are shooed away as it is extremely late in the evening now. Two buildings have just burnt down or are burning actively. Many people go into who seem to care more or are less emotional in the response to this situation. They begin putting out the fires to ensure the buildings next door don't go up in flames as well. And you are left tired and cold, only warmed by the massive fire that begins to be settled. Um, Again, you are invited to stay at Caldwin's. She sends word into the town. Many of her attendants try to settle the crowds, and doesn't fully work, but eventually, you know, time has a way of uh, ending mobs.
We hope.
Yeah,
I would say staying at Caldwin seems the best choice.
okay.
Oh.
You all make the journey, a walk you made once only, but eventually you find yourself at Caldwin's. You find very nice living chambers, uh, a seating room essentially that has been um, turned into a makeshift bedroom for all of you. A fire is lit in the corner of the room, and you all lay down as the sounds of a furious uh, town matron stomps around, calls, and gives orders on her attendants to enact peace within the town. But you all, exhausted after a very, very long day, fall asleep. Asanov.
Ooh.
Yes.
The smell of smoke fills your nostrils as you open your eyes. At first, it's comforting, as most fires tend to be. You know, the smell of um, oak wood burning is it's a wonderful thing. Um, but as you open your eyes, take an inhale, you realize the smell is shifting, becoming foul, as you smell a familiar smell: burning hair, sizzling flesh. You open your eyes to see a town burning. You are trapped under a fallen tree, watching the city streets go past, individuals running, as a home burns. A crawling, burning corpse tries to emerge from the blaze, but is unsuccessful. You hear heavy footfalls. And you watch as 30 individuals come marching down the street. You can see one of them is taller, more lean than the others. He smiles, scowling down the street. Dark gray skin, black eyes, black hair. Sick them. Now. You see 3 of them go running down the street, cackling as they do, chasing down those who just a few moments before fled down that same street. Friends, neighbors. Black eyes turn towards you as you look out from the slit within the fallen tree. Burn it all. Suddenly flames ignite on his hands, and he chucks a flaming bolt towards your eyes. You blink and wince, and then wake up, sweating profusely. The sun is on the cusp of rising. You are exhausted and tired still, but you slept enough. Other than Atlas, you were the first to wake. Asuna?
Yes. This is awful. I might be the first to wake, but I think I'll be the last to, like, actually leave.
You just kind of lay there.
Yeah. Just trying to breathe.
Mm-hmm. There is a few moments of silence. The dying embers of the fire within the living room crackle on as you stare towards this ceiling, growing ever darker. And then you hear a voice, quiet but comforting. If you weren't chosen, then why was it you lived? It's your own voice. Turn and see your doll on the edge of your grasp.
Yeah. That's right. And I'll grab my doll.
Mm-hmm. Holding it close to yourself, you are calmed. And eventually, others begin to wake. Ripley.
Who, me?
You.
No, the other Ripley.
Oh, thank God.
You also dream. You see yourself standing at the edge of the docks, facing down the open seas. Smell of salt and cold winds hit you as you stare down that individual who you never even got a name of. You did not want to see Yardam. How come?
Am I able to respond?
Yeah?
It's of no interest to me.
For
Why would I
now,
go somewhere that's dedicated to someone I hate?
for now, you hate him. Perhaps. But as you grow, I hope the love of his hunger finds you. And perhaps you will meet him in the end. For someone who hates so much, you are quick to accept tokens of his power. To accept me.
Maybe if I'm the one doing it, it won't be as bad.
You can keep telling yourself that if it makes you feel more comfortable. But you are following his path for you. You and Yardam or any other herald cannot see what they are supposed to do. But I'm sure that endless hunger is so proud of you right now. I can feel it. That crooked smile. The pleasant light of the red sun. As my life force passes into him, to feed him, to grow him. It is a pleasant visage.
I just want to just turn away from him and walk away.
Okay. You turn, and the last thing you see of that unnamed individual is a soft smile. And as you turn, everything goes dark. Everything but a singular red light blazes. And you feel that presence on your shoulder once more. That semblance of something in the back of your mind. It's still pleased with you, though. That much you know. And because it is pleased with you, you stare into that red light, and you blink once, and when you reopen your eyes, you're staring at a smoke-covered ceiling, softly growing with the light of the dawn as you wake up. You feel stronger than you had. Whatever boon Hadar has given you for his feeding, you still feel it coursing through you.
Okay.
There is a soft, "Excuse me, Um, Miss Caldwin has set breakfast. If you wish to join her, the attendant walks out of the chamber. You all get up, quickly realizing that most of you are already awake. It was Ripley who was the last to wake up.
Gonna put my arm back on and walk out to wherever.
Okay. You all head off to the dining chambers where you can see a large spread has been made. It's very simple. Um, you know, some cooked meats, bacons, and sausages. Few eggs have been cracked and scrambled for all of your pleasures, and there are hot cakes as well. But it is a simple breakfast, um, hearty and one of not too much import. Ah, morning, everyone. I know we didn't get to speak last night. There was a lot that happened.
Yes, that's certainly one way to put it.
Um, I gathered as much as I could from what I could find last night. You. I'm sorry you had to see her like that. Sybil was a very sweet person. And I know you all never truly got to see them. Their true light.
No, we only had the pleasure of talking once.
Well, if I had known, I would have never sent you there. For now, that, well, her establishment is no more. In the panic of thinking there was a second killer, people went a little crazy with the fire.
Yeah, just a little bit.
um, very, very unfortunate. It was not your fault, though. They just. We don't experience things like this. Ever. Even monster attacks. We are protected by Clash from the north. And, well, Clash is very good at protecting us. I hope this has
Yes.
not soured your taste of our fine place.
Well,
Clash had a similar situation recently, right?
Redridge.
yeah.
No, because Clash had a Hadar thing happen, right? Because that's why we're going there.
No. There are refugees from Van Rargelidos, which had a Hadar thing happen,
Oh, yes, yes,
that
yes,
are in
yes.
Clash.
Okay, gotcha. I keep mixing those up.
You're fine.
Ripley didn't say jack shit.
Ripley's like, wait, which one is the one with the Hadar thing? Oh, I'm supposed to be keeping that secret, sorry. We have to kill you now. Oh no.
Whoops.
Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah, but no. It seems like confrontations with creatures like these is on the rise nowadays.
Which, given our place's reaction to it, does not bode well.
Well, y'all held together quite well during the first half of it.
Yes, perhaps. I think. Poor timing. That's all it was. I hope. I hope. Anyways, I've sent runners to Clash. We're to get new Crucible Knights. These ones, well, hopefully they serve us better.
Hopefully.
And maybe they can find what happened to the previous ones. If we're willing to send them away. I wanted to thank you for your service and finding whoever did that.
Well, it was the least we could do.
Do you. I know you said you did not talk to them very much, but did they give you any hints? Or do you have any theories on why this happened?
I. It spoke in some language that I didn't know. Never heard nothing like it before.
Make a
Deep
deception
speech.
check.
I'm just fucking saying it out loud.
What am I doing? I'm gonna fail this because I'm not good at this shit. Where can I fucking read? Oh, ignore the plus 3. 16.
And what did you say,
What?
Ripley?
I just said deep speech out loud.
Ooh, that's
I didn't
good.
realize we were supposed to be lying.
Yeah, Ace has just been lying to cover up the Hadar shit.
I mean, knowing a language doesn't incriminate you. Ripley knows
Have you
lots of
seen the way they
languages.
reacted last night when I screamed?
Ripley can literally understand any language if he casts one spell.
That's.
You could also recognize a language without knowing it.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
fine.
know. You're gonna be rolling your own charisma checks for that, so.
I'd
Deep
love
speech.
to. I'm good at those.
All that lovely warlock charisma.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
intelligence warlock.
Yeah.
I know the Crucible Knights were worried that it was a scouting party. They're worried what happened in the far north could happen again. Deep speech is an ill omen, for sure. Well, Clash must know of this as soon as possible. If we are to recover from this, people need to feel safe. And Clash is what it makes us feel safe. Where is your next goal? Where are you heading to after this?
Funnily enough, we're actually on our way to clash.
Well, if you can speak to Lord Colton, then perhaps he has a plan for this to protect our lands. He has a large army. I'm sure he could do something. I have no authority to hold you here. If you wish to take a message from me, I can draft a letter for him. Perhaps I can get you visitation. I have already paid you for your service. I'm not made of money.
We got paid?
Yeah, it was a couple sessions ago.
She gave you a
Well,
platinum piece, I believe.
Oh, she
yeah, she
only
gave
gave that
me a
to Ace now.
Ace, I got paid.
Yeah, great.
I got paid for my work.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you deserve it with that scream.
Truly. Well, I don't see why we can't take a message for you since we're heading up that way anyways.
Wonderful. Well, enjoy your breakfast. I will head off to the study and draft something up.
Is it all warm food
Yeah,
for breakfast?
for sure.
Nice. I will eat only meat.
Only
Only.
meat?
Only meat.
Gotta get that protein.
Interesting.
That's
That
kind of warm.
carnivore diet.
To be clear, Ace does not just eat meat. It's this specific meal that she is choosing to only eat meat for.
That's even more crazy because this isn't even normal.
Why is it
No,
only
In
this
a
meal?
meat mood.
The meat mood. You know what? Fair enough. Sometimes
Hey, I love
you
it.
just want to eat only meat.
I can
Sometimes.
tell you
Sometimes you
why
want a
she
whole
wants to
plate of
eat only
bacon.
meat.
Oh, I mean that's up for you. I mean, if you want to share, share. But if not, you
I don't feel it's not. I don't feel like it's a big secret. No, she's choosing to eat only meat because she's making a point to herself. Because she had a terrible nightmare, and now she has to prove that she's not afraid. So
Mm.
she eats cooked meat.
Oh, that's some twisted shit. Dog.
Yeah.
I get
That
it. That's crazy as fuck.
that's cool.
Oh Lord, you play crazy well.
Thank you.
Okay.
So yeah, you only eat the most burned pieces of bacon, the most scorched pieces of sausage, um,
Yes.
proving to yourself you're not afraid. Um, with that, uh, Miss Caldwin goes and writes up a little letter, brings it back as the meal is pretty much had. Um, since she's been talking mostly Yasinov, she'll hand it to you.
Nice, nice. I'll take it. I'm the most trustworthy of this group.
Well, you were the one that would talk the most.
Yeah. Obviously, that means I'm most trustworthy.
Obviously.
Definitely.
Definitely not. She caught you in your lie, just like kind of, you know, did not care fully. Was like, oh, okay, that's just like a little odd, I guess.
That's even more trustworthy. I lie to your face and you still trust me? That's
Yeah, for real. Like, you still hand me this message that's important to you? Like,
Oh, that's funny. It's okay. Osnov has earned the trust.
Yeah.
All
I've
right.
been helpful.
Oh, and Graham, I have a question.
Yes.
So my my little concoction for my health
Mm-hmm.
is down to the last 7 days now.
Yes.
Uh, do I notice how it making me feel,
Make a
or is
medicine
that not?
check.
Uh, 27.
At the moment, hmm, there is a there is that anxiety that you definitely feel the effects of that. That kind of is clouding a little bit of your um, judgment of okay, you are nervous as you get lower and lower on your medication. Um, and I mean, yeah, you do feel sickly. It's hard to exactly tell if you're truly getting worse at the moment. Um, but your cough has been pretty bad, at least this morning.
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, you still have some of it left. It'll last you 7 more days, but it's more the nerves that is getting to you.
Okay. Okay. So the way we're doing this is one quantity of it is good for a month's worth of dosages.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Cool, cool.
Yeah, and you have 3 ears, I believe, and all you need now is the mushrooms.
Yes, yes, yes. All I need now. No, I need the fungus. Yeah, the
Yeah,
mushrooms, yeah.
yeah,
Yep, yep, yep.
because you have the birch bark.
No, no, I need the fungus off a rotting corpse.
Yeah,
I have the mushrooms.
yeah, yeah, fungus, mushrooms. There's two different types of mushrooms that you needed.
Yeah, yeah.
Very basic ones and then very
Yeah.
obscure ones.
Then very obscure ones. It's all about balance, you know?
Mm-hmm. For sure. Who has the elixir of the crucibles?
Are those the Mountain Dews?
I
Is
think
that what you wrote in
Could
your
be.
notes? Is the
It,
Mountain Dews?
it's
it's
I
either
think
At-
so, yeah.
possible. Did
it's
I
either
write
Atlas or
that?
Bonnie. It's Atlas or Bonnie,
I
if
know.
I'm
I
not
think I
mistaken.
have them actually.
You have? I could have swore we said like they would be
Or did
good
we
for
give them to him
Atlas
then?
I think you gave
I
them.
I picked them up. We might have given them to Atlas.
because of their effects.
Oh, Bonnie has them in her
I
notes.
don't have Mountain Dew in my inventory.
I don't
I
have
don't
Mountain
have
Dew
Mountain Dew in my
in my inventory.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
inventory.
I have
Perfect.
lots of stuff, but not any Mountain Dew.
Well, if it's not Baja Blast, you should not have it in your inventory.
So true. I mean, I
Yeah.
wrote down what they do.
Yeah, I think I have one of them. Because I think one of the Crucible guys gave me one, I think.
Gave you? I think they just had it.
We had one of the viscous red with purple veins, and then 2 Mountain Dews. And one was a potion of restlessness. And then there was the sizzling serum, which was the 2 Mountain Dews. So
Okay, so yeah, you probably have the Mountain Dews. Then there's the actual Crucible liquid.
okay, I
Um,
don't have those written down.
okay, that's what I'm trying to see. Who has that? Just trying to. I think that is. I thought it was Bonnie. Sorry about this.
I will say the sizzling serum is something you have to throw. I shouldn't have those. I can't throw anything. So does anybody want these throwables?
A throwable what?
They do fire damage. You can hurl them 30 feet at a construct or object to do a bunch of fire damage.
Throwing is dexterity
Nice.
based or strength based?
I think it's either. I don't know.
Would that be a strength based like throw, Graham, or a dex?
Let me consult the book.
Ooh, catapult would be interesting actually.
That would go crazy.
The potion of restlessness, I think, was the red with purple veins. And that, when you're at 0 HP, you can spend hit die to be at 1 HP.
Sizzling serum. You hurl the object up to 30 feet or dump it onto an object. So no matter what your strength is, you can hurl it 30 feet.
Okay.
The
Well, Bonnie can make.
restlessness. I
have
believe they
2 of
should
those.
be. Did I not take photos of them?
You did. They should be in chat.
They
I think
are.
Bonnie.
Yeah, we have 2 of the sizzling serums and 1 potion of restlessness.
Yeah, I'm just making sure you all have access to the
Get
items.
knocked unconscious.
I got spices from those guys.
Yeah. Atlas, do you have a words on the Tusk Dream ring?
Those would be good for the catapult spell, Bonnie.
What about the ring?
Oh, it is magical. I don't know if you have the notes for its magic.
The light ring?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like you say a word and it casts a light spell.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember I wrote some notes down, but I don't know where I put them.
Okay, I was just looking at your sheet. I'm like,
If nobody else speaks up, I will give the Mountain Dews to Bonnie. So she has some explosive catapults.
explosive catapults.
Who gets knocked on their ass the most often?
I think it's me.
Do you want this potion of restlessness?
Will it poison me?
No, it's it lasts for a minute, and if you're reduced to 0 hit points, you can spend hit die to be at 1 HP instead.
Didn't none of you ever? I love the how fast did you find that catapult picture? That's crazy.
Bonnie just had it ready.
Honestly, did you ever identify the Tusk Dream ring once it was changed by Bonnie's heart anchor?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
Oh, I thought so because I remember there was some kind of new effect on it. I think.
Yeah, it has the ability to. I'm just gonna say it because I think I might have told you it. I'm pretty sure. But it has the ability. It can cast light. Also, you can use it and activate it for one attack, and that attack can act as if you're casting the spell Guiding Bolt. So it has the effect of giving advantage on the
Oh,
next
I
attack
remember
for
that.
another person.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said it. I just didn't see it in
Yep.
your.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I just didn't see anything in the notes for the ring, so I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, because I keep all my notes on like in Notepad, not on the actual character sheet.
You're good. I figured. Oh, good. Just wanted to make sure you had access to that because I don't think you've used that ability. And I'm trying.
Nope. Yeah, I keep forgetting about it because it's in a different part of my notes.
That's
Oh.
honestly a mood.
And then love notes. Then let me check
I
your
mean, I'll
motivation.
take it if Atlas doesn't want it, because I do die the most often. I think I come the closest to death the most.
It would make sense for our cleric to have it.
Yeah, it would best, yeah, because I have other ways of getting back to life without it.
I don't have a way to get back alive. I do have a way to heal myself, so maybe this will keep me from death. It's like a death store mechanic. Once.
Hmm.
All right, potions have been distributed.
Yeah. And just make sure that you, one of you make sure that you have the Berserker uh, potion, because I believe you have one. I don't know who has it, but that is the um, one that gives you two abilities where you can either choose resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, 20 temporary hit points, or 1d8 damage, or resistance to spells. So you can choose two of those out of the four. I
I feel like
Oh,
one
that's
of our
it.
frontliners should definitely have
Yeah,
that.
I believe
No.
you have one. I'm pretty sure you have one. I know you at least have one. This was literally like 3 sessions ago too, so I can go back and listen to that.
Gil, Ajal, Atlas. Who wants the steroids?
Wait, what does the steroids one do?
If you look at what the message I just added lists in, it's the
Okay.
first picture in that message.
Bird gains 2 of the following resistance to damage from spells, resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage, 20 temporary hit points.
I mean, if no one else wants it, I'll definitely take it.
Choose the same ability. I think Atlas.
Yeah, it could be useful for me, but
I will say the bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage Atlas could already get from raging.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's
but
why you
but
can
like,
it's
choose
the
two of those.
spells.
yeah,
Yeah,
choose 2 of
Resistance to
them.
spells is way more helpful
Resistance
for
to
me.
spells
that's true.
and an extra d8 in weapon damage
Or
for
20
meta.
temporary hit points.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
it's a
yeah,
very strong feature.
that
That's why.
essentially gives him 40 temporary hit points.
Yeah,
So
that's
true.
why Crucible Knights are pretty strong.
Busted.
Yeah, honestly, busted.
Yeah, I think Atlas is better for having it. I don't do straight tank or damage roll. I do a lot of support stuff like giving advantage and shit. So
Okay.
okay.
Sweet. Just wanted to make sure we know where the magic items are at while we have a little bit of downtime. You know, as you're eating dinner or breakfast, you know, not worried about is there something sneaking up on us or anything like that. You have a little bit of time. Two Mountain Dews. Do the do. To the do. To do or not to do? That is the question.
Not a very good question, though.
Yeah, not really. Whether 'tis nobler to drink Mountain Dew on a Friday night or suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous tiredness. So, you are given a note that is written by Miss Janin Caldwin for the current leader of the City of Clash, Fortress of Clash, Adrian Colton. Is there anything else you all would wish to do?
Um, me as of no, nothing for me.
I would love to leave this place.
Adrian Colton. Which one was Adrian Colton?
It's the Lord of Clash.
The Lord of Clash. Okay, cool. Got
We get to send him a message.
Lord of Clash.
Or
Send
maybe
him a
we won't
message.
send him a message. I was gonna ask you guys about that.
I mean, we're going there. Might as well. It's not too out of our way.
It shouldn't be. Maybe it'll get us closer to him and allow us to get closer to the survivors.
We endear ourselves.
Yeah, we pretend to be good guys.
We're so good and helpful.
Mm-hmm. Deep speech? What is that?
I've never spoken that language.
No. I've
So,
never heard that language in my life.
um, for the letter that we're delivering, how
yeah.
is it sealed?
It's sealed with a wax um, press. So it seems to be a symbol of Miss Caldwin's house.
Okay, good to know.
Okay. With that, you are all able to set out from Caldwin. Um, pretty kind of later in the day. You had a very late night. You had a night battle for one, and uh, before you were able to sleep, you had to watch the town burn down some of the buildings. So there was all of that. Um, so as you set out from Caldwin, it is like 1 in the afternoon, so fairly late. Um, Tilo will come and say goodbye and um, you know thank you for your service and saving the town, helping them with all that. Um, and yeah, you are let loose upon the world once more. So, as you all begin to travel north, can one of you roll me a D100, please? 5.
A solid 5.
Very, very solid 5.
What's that mean?
Over the previous day, the sky has been cold but clear. However, as you all begin heading further north over the course of the day, those clear skies go to light clouds and become heavy clouds into a bitter cold that begins to fall upon your shoulders as you continue northward. Not very far, but still. You see on the edges of your vision tall, cold pines begin to rise from the more open farmland nearest to Caldwin as you approach, taking the road towards Clash. During your journey, there is a as soft clawed feet land on. Yes! Let's see here. Perfect. As soft clawed feet land on Bonnie's shoulder, as Grim finally makes his appearance during your long walk. I'm sorry about that. I had to stay in Caldwin for a little bit.
Uh, I'm sorry. For some reason, my headset's cutting in and out.
Oh, you're fine. Grim has shown up. Can everyone else hear? Or is it
Yeah.
just okay?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'll bite. What were you doing in Caldwin?
Ah, well, they burned down a couple of their buildings. I think the bodies were still in there. So, I kind of flew around over the course of the night. May have taken one of the skulls and dropped it down a man's chimney.
All right, fair enough, I suppose.
Yeah, that's what they get for burning down good infrastructure. Ah, awesome. He does a quick little flyby, and he will drop something in Ace's hands. I don't know if Ace can still hear us. And then he'll fly back to Bonnie, um, and he'll begin to. Bonnie, you watch as Clay kind of climbs up your shoulder, and now you have two winged creatures on your shoulders, and they begin speaking behind your head to each other. And by speaking, I mean Clay is like doing sign language, and Grim is just actually speaking.
Bestest buddies.
They're planning
Absolutely.
the next poker game.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
was gonna say
want?
they're planning to scam me.
Do you want to listen in, Bonnie? Lots of typing. Go ahead and make a perception check with advantage as you're walking with your mask on, and Grim it's like a one-sided conversation because Clay doesn't speak, um, but you're able to hear Grim's voice kind of like you know whispering behind your head. Uh, Sometimes his laugh kind of cuts in. And that's pretty loud and apparent. So yeah, make a perception check, please. Ooh. Um, yeah, you begin to like kind of turn your head slightly, and then there's suddenly or like there's a feather on one face and then like a wing on the other face as like, they turn your head back straight because they realize you're trying to listen. And then Grim, you feel one of his winged feathers goes on your head, and he just uses his open clawed hand and starts signing back, um, as they realize you're trying to listen in, and they're going to block your attempts to find out their plans.
How does a bird use sign language?
Claws.
How
Hello?
is he flying then?
Hello.
No, he has one of his
Okay.
feathers. He's like leaning on Bonnie's head with one of his feathered arms, and is just using one of his claws and is like signing with that.
Ah, got it.
Yeah.
Discord has been giving me connectivity issues, so I've missed everything that's happened on our walk.
Okay.
Just Grim being a little shit.
Yeah. Grim did get you a gift, however, because he thought you would like it.
Oh,
As he,
what did he
was,
give me?
he grabbed, bu- 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 I literally forgot her name. How? Sybil. The building fell on Sybil, so her skull
Mhm.
wasn't fully intact um, when he went to go fetch the skulls. And so he was only able to get the left eye bone. But he brings you like the indent where like the skull has fractured, and you can kind of see like the edges, like the circular edge of the eye before it meets like the nose, but it's like kind of broken off from the rest of the face. It's like a small piece of her skull.
I'll mark that down as Sybil's skull fragment,
Yep.
and I will give Graham? No. Grim.
Grim, Graham.
Uh, vowel sounds.
It's all
You
me.
know.
At the end of the day.
I will give Grim 1 silver piece because I do like this.
Oh yeah, there is some machinations going on between him and Clay right now as he takes the silver piece. I will I will say,
support it.
what's Bonnie's passive perception? I must know this. Oh, too low. You don't notice it. Yeah, I remember you as a Senti were way more passively perceptive.
To way more passive.
Passively perceptive. Yeah, it's hard to see when you have a mask on.
Shit.
Not at all. But yeah, the walk continues as the bitter cold begins to, yeah, the bitter cold begins to um, hit. Eventually, the walk is fine. It seems like the roads are fairly safe. The further and further you get north, you can see these tall pines begin to rekindle your memories, at least most of you, as you begin to have flashbacks to about a week ago when you were rushing through the bitter wood, as this is an extension of it, as you've kind of gone back north to the large um, pine forest that dwells within the northern reaches of the Reach. Eventually, you spot campfires as the sun begins to set. You can see as you approach and continuing on your journey that there is a small encampment of guards. You can see what looks to be soldiers dressed in scale mail, chain shirts. Some of them have big war horses, as they have what looks to be a small, almost settlement on the edge of the road. Um, you can see also there's carriages and carts that have kind of piled up, and you can see that these soldiers have kind of almost gathered a group of fellow travelers on the road, and that all have stopped here for the night. Hail!
Hail.
Pleasure to see more fellow travelers on the road. You all stopping here for the night? It's gonna get bitter cold tonight.
Um, I'm gonna look at my group. Do they want to stop?
Can I kind of look at this group? Do any of them look like serial killers?
Make an insight check.
Just from like a first glance.
Besides us?
Do they look like they would fit in with our group?
Do they look like Asanov? No, they do not.
Okay. I'll just shrug. Sure.
Ripley looks for serial killers and just keeps looking back at Asuna.
Yeah, that honestly is my like reference point. Like, do any of them look more? Do they look more or less crazy than one of my traveling companions?
Really bad reference point. It's
Yeah,
like
you
using
see
spiders.
mostly like regular people. You
Like,
can see
George.
Jesus. There is what looks to be one carriage and two carts that have stopped here for the night. Probably about 12 or so traders. The soldiers here number close to 25. And they're a little bit further back with their own metal uh, fireplaces. It seems like they have a permanent station here, just on the edges of the road. But the trader kind of looks just happy to see other people.
Are any of the soldiers Crucible Knights?
With your passive perception, you see maybe about 4 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems there's 2 different units here. And at least every unit seems to have 2 knights, Crucible Knights.
Okay. Um, I will bring that up to Ripley. Um, after we've assessed that, no one seems to be any serial killers. Since I'm short, I'll just kind of tap on side Ripley's leg,
Hmm?
just for, I guess, being prepared. There are knights among them, just so you know.
Okay, yeah. Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
And I will see what the traders have to offer.
Yeah, so you kind of walk up to ask the traders what they have.
Hmm.
I'll also take a look.
Okay.
I would like to take a look at your wares.
Oh, yeah. If you're willing to buy, yeah, we have some stuff for you. Come on. And he kind of walks you back to their cart that they have. Um, you can see there's a couple fires, and a lot of the traders have kind of separated themselves. But the trader you walk with, who kind of greeted you all, leads you back to the leftmost carriage. One of my buddies is here at the carriage. He's specifically bringing in metal ore. I doubt you're trying to buy metal ore. I'm going to the general store. I got some stuff to sell there that I bring to the man who runs that place all the time. Um, I got nets. I got regular blades, some regular armors. I have anything you might need for travel and adventure.
Hmm.
A lot of the stuff they buy is for kind of the knights and soldiers. I have a lot of rations if you need. I was gonna feed a battalion for the next month probably. I got ball bearings and all manner of good stuff.
Okay. Do do any of the weaponry does any of the weaponry have any type of engravings or signatures to indicate where it's coming from?
Um, Make an investigation check because he kind of allows you to peruse the wares. Um, he has a lot of stuff.
Okay. 22.
22. A lot of this weaponry seems to have um, the markings of what looks to be a symbol, very simple. It looks like a pine tree, but instead of the standard um, like pine needles or anything like that, it looks like the spaces in the tree where the limbs would come out are swords. Um,
Hmm.
Something you haven't ever seen before, but it seems like a lot of these weapons and stuff have those symbols on it. Um, there are a couple um, weapons that uh, kind of catch your gaze almost. You can see there's a spear with that symbol on it, as well as what looks to be um, a small like throwing dagger that has the symbol on it as well.
And he said those weapons catch my eye.
Yeah, they look um, slightly different. Like there's a different shine to them.
Hmm. Do you know if there's a different quality to these, compared to the others?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Both of them are they're different than the normal steel I have. All of it's made in evergreen, but those two are uh, made separate, different.
How much for either of them?
Spear. I was hoping to maybe get. Let me pull up the actual price sheet real fast. Spear, you're probably looking at 5,000.
Ooh.
It's a caustic spear. They fashioned some of the mandibles of a hive wolf into the. He kind of picks up the spear and shows it to you. On the edges of the steel, you can see that there's these strange, almost like white sharp pieces. So it kind of makes it caustic. Steel's pretty good too. The other one is technically a lichen weapon. It's a small lichen dagger, made from um, ground up bones of lycanthropes that they have forged into a dagger. That one also, I'd put it at 5,000.
Sadly, currently out of my price range.
Well, you have anything for sale? Well, maybe we could do a trade.
Ooh.
Anything you all don't want?
What do I
Does he have?
have?
You said he has like basic armors, right?
Yeah, basic armors.
Does he have a studded leather?
He would actually.
How much would that run?
Studded
Standard
leather
price?
armor. All of this is up for sale. I'm selling all of this to Oridirn's shop anyways when we get to Clash, but doesn't matter if I sell it now. Stud leather is about 45 gold pieces. The only thing I don't have for sale, and he kind of points off to the edges of his cart, all the pitch is not for sale. I can't sell you any of that pitch. I'm sorry.
All I have is a
Now, if
hollowed.
he's planning on selling the studded leather to a merchant, that means that he's not selling it for the full 45, because a merchant wouldn't buy it for full selling price. But I'm not charismatic enough to haggle.
Give it to someone who is.
It's too late for that.
You're gonna.
I will.
Would you take 35 for that armor?
35.
I'm gonna cast guidance on Ripley.
Make a persuasion check with guidance.
Okay. I'm so good at those. Ooh, interesting.
So you're trying to buy armor,
Oh,
or you're trying to
goody.
sell your armor?
I'm trying to buy his armor. I would be willing to trade my shitty armor in.
What leather? What armor do you have?
It's just leather,
Blanket leather.
so it'd be worth 10 if it was new.
And you said you offered 35.
Yeah.
40 and your armor. I'll give it to you.
How much for these
Fine.
hollowed arrows?
You have a deal then. Thanks for doing business, sir. Hollowed arrows. Huh? Oh, I could catch a mighty price with that. How many do you have?
4.
4 hollowed arrows. Let me double check. I'll do for all 4 of them 2,500.
That is a deal.
Deal? Wonderful. Love deals.
2,500.
You have that much money? Holy shit.
No, I'm selling these arrows.
Oh, you're selling them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got paid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right.
We do have that pigskin armor though. If we wanted to sell that
What?
or trade it.
What armor?
The pigskin armor. It's
Oh,
pink.
The pink one?
are you selling
Yeah,
the
it's
pigskin
pink.
armor?
None of us are wearing it.
I have it in my inventory, but I'm not wearing it.
Make a vibe check.
Make a vibe check.
How
Is
well
that
is
a
the guy doing capitalism?
what? What role is
Vibes.
a vibe?
I mean, he's honestly seems like a nice guy.
I really want to steal this stuff from him.
Pigskin armor. It's kind of
It is
interesting.
enchanted.
Uh, well, yeah, it's made from ogre swine. Uh, I'll give you 500.
I look at Bonnie. She's our magic item knower.
I'd say with your initial vibe check, he's offering you a very, very fair, uncommon magic item price.
Seems good.
Sure.
Capitalist approved.
Wait, do we want to add that to the party fund?
Sure. I'll take it out of my inventory.
Mhm.
Okay.
And yeah, I do have some ball bearings, some shield. Ball bearings wouldn't put you back too far. Do only have 2 bags, but they come in 1,000 bags. Pretty sure one of the bags only has 999, but like, don't ask where the last one went. Um, each of those is about a gold piece. And then for shield, I got you. That'd be 10 gold.
And I'll buy a short sword.
Short sword as well. Trying to find the short sword real fast. There we go. Yeah, another 10 gold for that too.
Okay.
So you buy 1 bag of ball bearings and then. Okay. Yeah, he'll give you the full bag of ball bearings, and then give you the shield for 11 gold pieces. You buy the short sword for 10.
Hmm.
Okay. Make sure you're marking off your
And
gold.
yep. And as soon as I get it, I kind of tuck it behind my back, but like underneath my lab coat.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. I didn't expect to do business with y'all this late at night, but I'm happy for it. You all have some good stuff.
As do you.
I have pretty normal stuff. Ordearns has most of my wares that I've ever brought him, so if you're looking for, some more variety, he's got you. This is all going to him anyways.
Good to know.
Yeah. But hey, since you guys bought some stuff from me, come sit by my fire. It's a cold one tonight. No one should be left out in the dark.
I appreciate the hospitality.
You okay?
Damn cold.
Here, let me get you a blanket.
Oh, it's not the temperature, but thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll still get you a blanket.
I'm gonna make a couple good berries and pass them around.
You
I'll
all
take a good berry, but I don't eat it.
make a couple good
Fair
berries
enough.
and go and sit by the fire. Yeah, you sit around a group of about 7 or 8 traders, all currently enjoying the nice warm fire as the wind howls and quickly gathers steam heading southward, um, billowing small snow flurries and disparate cold.
I'm gonna sort of set up like at the very, very edge of where the firelight is even hitting. Um, Definitely not close enough for any of the heat from it.
Mhm.
And before I go to sleep, I do just want to kind of spin the Oblivion Stone in my hand and look at the firelight glinting off of it for a little while.
Yeah. Hey, Jal, what does your good berry taste like?
Well, after the conversation, the good berries might be able to be created into different berries. It tastes faintly of raspberry, but it still just looks like a regular good berry.
Hell yeah. Raspberry's the best berry.
It's the
I
worst berry.
I don't
What?
know about that.
Fantastic. I love raspberries.
I love raspberries so much.
I hate
Strawberries are.
raspberries.
That's heresy. They're so good.
Oh, I have some raspberry sherbet downstairs.
Raspberries aren't actually berries, and neither are strawberries. So
It's fine.
the word berry is a lie.
Well, definitions suck, so.
Valid.
Raspberries are too good to be defined by the berry category, anyways.
Mhm.
Real. They're delicious.
Are you saying they're very difficult to describe?
No, I would never say that.
Hold up. Give me a second.
Oh.
Okay. There we go. We're
Oh,
safe now.
jeez. Oh no.
Ban.
Banned! Get out of here! I hope they're. Oh, they're back.
How dare.
How dare.
That's a temporary ban. Don't let it happen again.
I will make sure it happens again, actually.
No dad jokes.
I'll do what I want.
The last time I made a dad joke, I rolled so bad all night.
That sounds like a you problem.
It was. So, anyways. So yeah, Ripley, you kind of sit back, less enjoying the heat of the fire and more suffering in the cold.
That's fine.
As you are messing with the Oblivion Stone, there is, um, that um, very very strong cold wind keeps moving the clouds very quickly. They're pretty heavy, but there's spots where suddenly you see the night sky appear above you. Um, you can see the moon is very close to fully fading. Um, it is, one more, well, a couple more nights, and you're fairly certain you're going to hit that new moon, and then there will be very, very little light in the sky for the coming period of time. Um, but that is not upon you yet. Um, and you feel this kind of very, very cold stone in your fingertips. Um, how do I delete a chat that I never made?
What are you talking about?
That bear gang.
Listen, we already cast the greatest bear spell known to Bear Man.
To Bear Man?
Bear Man. Oh, did I change his name? Oh no, I no longer have the god roll. I can no longer pretend to be God. Oh, here, actually, I have God again. There we go.
Incredible.
That's other God. Okay. You. Okay then. um. I have that one. Yeah. Are you trying to do anything with the Oblivion Stone?
I mean, studying it with the time that I can, but it's pretty late, so I don't imagine I can do it for
Yeah.
long.
Make an Arcana check. There is, as you know, this some of these clouds pass by, and a strong, cold gust kind of blows past you. There is a sudden warmth that you feel in your hands, and it seems to be coming from the stone itself. And you feel this very, very faint, almost pulse of the stone, almost as if it is beating.
Interesting. I'll just hold it to my chest and, to the best of my ability, try to match its rhythm. If you can will your heart to beat in a certain way.
Okay. Well, it's a very, 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 very slow beat. You just feel like the singular boof, boof. And then it waits like 30 seconds and you feel once more. Doof, doof. So it is very slow. And there's definitely no way for you to get your heart rate that slow unless you kill yourself.
I mean, it's not off the table.
It's a joke.
Twitch is a joke.
It's a joke, Twitch. Don't worry about it.
TOS, TOS.
TOS, I can make the joke. We're good. But yeah, it's just something you note. A few moments pass. You hear maybe like 3 beats, and then suddenly it goes silent again. You are blasted in the face by a cold, snowy wind as snow flurries begin to fly past you, drifting off southward from the icy, whiter north. And you grow fearful that the weather is not in your favor.
That's all right.
There is a moment of, um, you know, quiet after laughter, as you can see uh, someone told a joke around the fire. You're kind of sitting a little bit further a field, and you hear like a very quiet, and then suddenly you feel claws on your shoulder. Hey, Ripley.
Hey, I got you something earlier.
Oh, me? Yeah, you shouldn't have.
Yeah. I pull out like a napkin from my pocket, and I had saved a couple pieces of bacon and half of a hot cake for him.
Oh, well,
Ice cold by now, but
if I had known this was a thing, I probably would have given you a gift as well. I feel bad now.
no need. You're helpful already.
I
Just your
appreciate you.
presence helps us.
Uh, my eh, my presence and also my watchful eye. I have to actually watch over y'all for you to get my blessing. Glad that one of you kind of sat further back. Most people don't trust White Raven, so yeah, gotta stay further away.
Well, you're always welcome to my cold little corner.
Well, he kind of raises one of the bits of bacon with one of his little legs to the cold little corner. Then he takes a little nibble of it. Delicious. Do you have a home?
Oh, that's a loaded question. Uh, no. No, I don't think so.
Fair enough. Just something I wanted to ask. You know.
I used to.
Hmm. Well,
I suppose it's probably still there.
the world has a way of making things not disappear.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
hmm When you've been around as long as I have, you kind of see a lot of things. Things don't change. Neither do people. That's why I have to change them for themselves.
I think you're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you. I do. I enjoy traveling with y'all. You're so nice to me, and you let me be me. I won't lie to you though. I do kind of miss my unkindness at some moments, but I feel like you all would be a lot more conspicuous with 100 ravens following you rather than just little old me.
Yeah, I mean, if you're missing your unkindness, I could be more of a dick to you. If that helps.
You're funny. They weren't mean to me. It's what we call a grouping of us.
Yeah, it was like a joke about the word. And yeah.
That's why I laughed. Nah. If you ever want to, we could maybe form a murder.
I think I'm actually good on murders. I kind of got that pretty much figured out.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I've been called a crow a lot of my life. Some people don't know the difference.
I know it.
Well, I'm glad someone can recognize greatness.
Where I used to live, there was this murder of crows. Only a few of them. Um, and he picks out the good berry that he got from a jaw. The person I lived with used to make these, and the crows would try to steal them a lot. Um, So at some point, I just started leaving a bowl outside for them. And then they'd put things in the bowl, sort of like a trade. Little shiny rocks, bits of metal, or a random piece of old jewelry, that kind of stuff.
A coin now and then, most likely.
Sometimes a little copper.
Hmm.
It
Price of
was
business.
nice.
Sounds like a good memory.
Yeah.
Well, gotta hold on. And as he's beginning to, say something nice and profound, suddenly he takes off and flies away as you see a rock go soaring past your head. What the hell? I think it was a white raven. As you see one of the traders is noticed that you were in the back, and there was just a big old white raven there. You see all eyes turn towards the darkness, but as the moon is hidden behind clouds and very, very dim, there is no more sign of Grim for the night.
I flip off that guy, turn over.
Yeah. Nice little conversation between you and Grim. There is a distant um, but yeah. You anyone wish to have a conversation with the traders or any conversations with your fellow group? They don't really pry too much, They'll probably ask if you're going to Clash and um, if you know where you're going to stay at or where you're coming from. Any
I have a
lies?
question for
Yeah.
Ripley.
Yeah.
It's perfect that Ripley's a little bit farther away from everybody else.
Yeah, you kind of get up after that, break in the conversation, head off to Ripley.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit down and then very casually. Are you gonna kill me like that too?
Oh, wow. Lots of heavy hitting questions tonight. I don't plan on it.
Hmm.
You gonna put my eyes in a box?
No.
Well, there we go. Don't give me a reason to kill you, and I'll try not to give you a reason to put my eyes in a box.
What reason did the other herald have for you killing him?
I think we don't exactly have the same viewpoint on our situations here. And that guy was sort of doing the type of thing that I hate most about this job. And with you, it feels a little less chaotic, a little less, uh, what's the word? Less, extravagant. And I'm just trying to find a middle ground for us so that we don't have to end up like that too. Fighting.
Hmm. Well, I will try to listen as much as I can.
And I will try to let you do what you do as much as I can.
Good.
Maybe
That's
it's
good to
like
know.
don't super brutally kill innocent people with families and livelihoods. If possible.
Oh, I want people to get old enough to have children of their own someday.
I'll take that. Yeah, that works.
Well, I'm glad that we came to this understanding.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
And then I will pat Ripley's shoulder and walk and just that's it.
I'm gonna
Which
touch.
shoulder?
I'm gonna touch you now.
Yeah. Whichever one is closest to me. Which one do you want it to be?
I don't know. One of them hurts, the other doesn't.
Probably the one that doesn't hurt. I'm probably smart
Alright,
enough to choose the one that doesn't hurt.
great.
Nice. Any other conversations?
Yes.
Who do you go talk to?
Once Ace is done talking to Ripley, I'm gonna go up to them really awkwardly, like maximum awkwardness, and just be like, I'm sorry for whatever experience caused you to know how to scream like that.
Oh, thank
And
you.
then I'll walk away.
I'm gonna turn to Ripley and blink like a confused person.
I just like do a half shrug because I'm in the process of taking off my arm. So I shrug the other shoulder.
Nice.
That's it. That's all I wanted to do.
What a wonderful conversation.
Yeah, amazing.
Okay. Yeah. Bonnie, go ahead and roll an Arcana check. You look at this special healing potion that you've um, kind of spent some time and constitution to put together. Um, and you begin to notice that where you only put like a drop in, um, this potion looks more glittery now. Like there's a shine to the um, liquid within it that wasn't there before. It's still very light, but there's something happening. Weaker? Not entirely. It's just different. Yeah. Egil, are you around?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. You see that Bonnie comes walking over to you and kind of pulls you a little bit away from the campfire to talk.
How can I help you, Bonnie? Hmm. You've piqued my curiosity. What type of experiment?
I'm curious what this is. I've created a potion made of golden blood. I'm curious how the properties may have changed. You need not test it on yourself, but can. I just want to know the effects. She offers Egil the healing potion.
Hmm. When we were in that underground uh cavern
Mm-hmm.
and I got affected, was that the blood then too? I um
Were you affected? So when you were under Cardinal?
yeah.
Yeah. The golden blood from the um
Yeah, 'cause I think I touched something that was
disavowed.
viscous. Yeah.
Yeah, looking at make a medicine or arcana check on the potion.
Oh, happy medicine. Arcana is not a
I
good thing for
figured.
me.
I mean, yeah, you're looking more towards the medical side of it. And, I mean, looking at it, it looks like a healing potion that you've seen before, but it definitely has that like almost like sparkle and slight golden color of the blood. It's mixed with the regular healing potion, so it is kind of this like red liquid that is very very well known, but it's changed and different for sure.
Hmm. And if I'm not mistaken, the effects I remember were me. What did I see? No, it made me relive a very positive moment of my life, right?
Yeah.
Underneath the, yeah. Hmm. My curiosity is piqued. Hmm. So, option one, I drink it myself. I already know the effects of what the blood was like, so I'll be able to compare more closely. Hmm. It was a feeling of elation almost. It made me relive a very joyous moment of my life. Hmm. A jovial stupor, if you will. So I'm really curious on how it'll affect me now that you've gotten your hands on it. I look around.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do there seem to be any people that are sick, unwell?
Okay. This is a perfect moment for this, I guess. Yeah, you begin to look around. Um, and as things are kind of settling down, you're kind of away talking with Bonnie. Um, and you can see Ripley and uh, Asanath have kind of ended their conversation for the most part. And Ajal is kind of walking back to the fire as well. You barely notice this small white blur suddenly overhead, and then suddenly you see a gray object streak by, and you just hear this like very very light whoo, and suddenly you see that the person who threw the rock at Grim suddenly takes a 30-pound boulder to the groin
Mm.
out of nowhere. It just lands perfectly, and you just hear just a crunch sound, and then and he falls prone and unconscious. Everyone stands up. What the? Suddenly there is a bit of chaos as guards begin running over it, asking what happens. And I don't know, a boulder just hit him in the crotch. As
Bro's pelvis is shattered.
yeah, he's full on unconscious.
Deserved.
I
I
rolled a
look.
nat 20 for Grim, by the way. I was like,
That
oh,
I
was
look at.
no.
good. He deserved it.
Like, what
Yeah.
can Grim do? Like, he wants to throw a rock at him. Like, well, I'll roll
That's
for it.
scrambled
Nat
eggs.
20. Um, so if you're looking for a hurt individual, there's a perfectly hurt person.
But does he deserve to be healed?
Does he deserve it? Probably not.
Well, this is an experiment. We don't really know what this is about
That's
to do.
true. It could kill him.
I look at Bonnie. Well, it seems we have found the perfect, willing participant. Thank you, Grim. I don't even say like out loud, but just enough that like Bonnie, you'll hear me as I begin to.
Yeah, there's a very distant sound on the wind of a
I walk over to this individual.
mm-hmm.
Pardon me. Pardon me.
What are you doing? One of the guards kind of scowls down at you.
Do you wish to have him healed or not?
Practice medicine.
I am a practitioner of the medical persuasion, yes.
Sorry, sir. Didn't mean anything by it. Just kind of gives you a little bit of space. You see, one of the guards
Understandable.
is kind of checking his pulse, and he's looking up at the others. He's not looking good.
I I come down. You know, I do first things first. I do a once over. I don't want to start in front of people to start feeding things to people.
Yeah. Go
So
ahead, make a medicine check.
okay. Can I have advantage? I think this is like my last day of advantage though. 23.
23. You get the sense this man took a serious hit. Um, and it was a big boulder. Like, you look at it, and in your mind, you know Grim threw this. How Grim threw this, you have no idea. Um, like,
Kills.
there's no way that Grim should have been able to do this, yet somehow he has. Most likely, it shattered the entire pelvic region, uh, and also probably did serious number on like the internal organs nearest to the pelvic region. Um, and probably the man's bleeding out on the inside. He probably has some
Yeah.
internal bleeding, and is already, from what you can tell, two death saves failed already.
Well, I need so even with the potion, if it does begin to heal him, will I most likely still need to do surgery?
It depends.
Depends. Okay. Um, I look at the guard that's checking his pulse. Um, I'm going to feed him a potion. As I feed it, I want you to remove the boulder, not before. We do not want him to bleed out.
Okay. You see the guard kind of puts his fingers around the boulder and tenses.
I pop the cork on the potion that Bonnie's given me.
Hmm.
I tilt the guy's, I open his mouth, tilt his head back,
Hmm.
and slowly, I don't just dump it all at once, I just slowly trickle it into his mouth.
Yeah, it begins to trickle into this unconscious individual's mouth. Um, the guards, because he kind of motions for another one to help him. So two of the guards begin lifting the boulder as you trickle the potion into the mouth. Okay. There is the sounds of uh, healing happening as you hear uh, the sounds of bones realigning. Um, the individual's eyes flash open. Mom, Dad. He smiles as the guards kind of look at you, as the man is not even realizing that he was hurt or doesn't seem to know where he's at.
I, so as he like his eyes are open, is he like kind of just looking up?
Yeah.
I'll take one finger, put it in front of his eyes, and kind of shift it back and forth, see if he tracks it.
Doesn't track it.
Now, everyone, you know, this is a crowd. I had to give them an explanation. It seems he's gone into some form of shock. His mind is probably disassociated to ignore or forget the pain. I kind of move my hands around where the boulder had landed
Hmm.
to see how the bones and
Yeah,
his
you
muscles are faring.
you kind of press down on that like kind of area, um, and based on your medical knowledge, um, whatever this potion did, it's mostly okay. Um, there's probably going to be some serious bruising, uh, and it's probably still fractured, so he's probably going to not be able to walk or run or do heavy lifting for a while.
Okay.
But most likely, it's not going to be permanent. Like,
Okay.
um,
This went from
yeah, it
life
definitely,
threatening to
yeah, It healed more than a normal healing potion should.
Okay. All right. He still has fractures. He'll have bruising. And certainly won't be mobile for a little while. But he should make a full recovery.
Okay. Let's get him up and lay him down, I guess. You see the guards kind of. One of the guards picks him up very, very carefully, and takes him to kind of like the guard barracks to lay him down and set him in a cot.
As they carry him away, he's still smiling.
He at first he's still smiling, but as he's being carried off, you see the smile fade. His head turns and looks directly at Bonnie. His eyes get wide. But he doesn't say anything. Just stares at you, Bonnie, with a strange, very strange, knowing look.
Did we find out that Bonnie was what's it called? Yeah, Downcast. They did. We know they, or just Bonnie discovered that for herself.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. So I can't make the connection. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell. Bonnie never really takes off their mask. So, hard to tell. She did once, yeah, with Colte and.
Oh.
But for the most part, Bonnie kind of hides.
All right.
Yeah.
Bonnie, did you end up taking a sample of the golden blood when we were in Cardinal?
No.
I see. Well, safe to say there that your potion is a success. However, looking back towards the direction of the guy, you should take into account any side effects. No, thank you. I love medical experimentation. And he gives like this real kind of more sinister looking smile as he goes.
Insane thing to say.
There's a lot of insane people here. It's almost like this is an evil campaign.
Almost.
Crazy.
That'd be wild.
Who would ever DM
Wait, is
such a
that what we're
thing?
doing here? Shit.
Wait, you're supposed to be evil.
I made the wrong type of character.
How am I gonna save the world now?
By destroying fascists.
And then
But
remaking
all
the
of our
world in your
characters
image.
are so well adjusted.
You don't have to be well adjusted to destroy a fascist.
We have been over this. You can be evil and punch Nazis.
Yes. Me. Become me.
Evil and punches Nazis.
I am completely evil. And all I do is find Nazis and kick their asses.
I can confirm.
Yeah.
When we met up, the first thing I saw him do was punch a child and then a Nazi.
The child was a
Wow.
Nazi.
No, the child was the evil act, and then you had to punch the Nazi.
Yes.
It
Well,
all
see, the child was
balances out
the
in the end.
so the Nazi was the child's parent, so the child was being brainwashed, but like it's not the child's fault.
Yeah, stop being brainwashed, stupid child.
That's the evil
Exactly.
act.
Hey,
And
look.
then we watched a concert, and I really had to think about that the whole time.
Yeah, and then we watched a really cool punk concert, and I'm a horrible dancer, but I tried.
That's all that matters.
Hey, look. We
All
like a
that matters.
multifaceted character.
Absolutely. I loved when they were there was I think it was one of the openers. They were literally screaming, "We don't want the orange man." I could not agree more. Like, yes. Anyways, my political ramblings aside, and now on Twitch.
Twitch knows your political ramblings.
They
now.
already know. My FBI agent, I say so much stuff to my phone.
You just whisper secrets.
I don't whisper. I just like I have a really bad habit of being like, "Oh, you know what? I hate so many things," and I'll like grab my phone and I'll like speak right into the speaker. Uh, you know, C4 and White House and things like that.
Inauguration day.
Twitch, this is a joke.
This is
Twitch,
a
this is a
completely a
joke.
joke. I would never.
In
I would never.
Minecraft.
In
Joke.
Minecraft.
Yeah, in Minecraft. In Minecraft.
In
In
Minecraft.
D&D, yes. Yeah. I think one of my in one of the last sessions with my other group, we were in the middle of role playing with a devil lord, and one of my players in the background of the video we were playing in person, he's like, "Yeah, so I need to figure out how much C4 would cost in D&D." I'm like, "Huh? What?" So, yeah,
Perfect.
perfect. It C4 in D&D when? But
Today, I guess.
today,
C4 and D&D.
absolutely. With that though,
Plastic explicit.
asking the real questions. Absolutely. But yeah. A nice little moment between Bonnie and Egil as you discover this. You've saved a person from a horrible fate. And Grim is laughing in the background. Many, many things have been learned. So,
Bonnie's about to create a legion of enthralled people. That's what I think's about to happen.
enthralled? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they could be enthralled.
Bonnie's going to be leader of a cult. Legion of addicts.
You know, Bonnie is not the person I would have expected to be leading a cult.
You know,
You know?
the funny thing about this is, you're heading to a town that is known for its crucible nights, which are nights that take potions regularly. So this might be the place.
That will surely have nothing to do with the future.
Not yet, anyway. Mm, mm, mm. You know what I'm saying? That'd be nice.
Hell yeah. Anything else for the evening, or you all head off to sleep?
Are we taking watches?
Probably would be a good idea. We're still outside.
Yeah, you are.
And with people we don't really know.
They're fine, I think. I say confidently.
We'll be assigning Clay to the injured man. Love that.
I will. If we're taking watch, I'll take whatever second watch is available.
And I'll take third.
Gil on third, okay. Osmoth
I
on
guess
second.
I'll take first.
You'll take first watch. Anyone else taking watches?
I can if there's one open.
Yeah, I think there's space on all watches right now. Gil's on third watch. Atlas is on first, and then Ace is on second. So far.
We're doing
I'll
watches.
go
I'll take a watch.
first.
First watch with Atlas and Ajal. AA meeting in the first watch. Let's go.
Hey,
Heck
meeting.
Uh, second watch.
If Ripley would like to take a watch, second and third have the second
I'll
slots open.
do second watch.
Ace and Ripley, and then Egil and
Classic duo.
probably Bonnie. Okay. First watch. Or Egil and Clay, maybe.
Yeah, we've
Clay's-
established Bonnie doesn't take watches. She needs a full 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely.
Clay's watching the test subject.
Oh, so it's just Egil.
It's just me this time.
Bonnie can't see in the dark. Sucks to suck.
It sucks to suck.
Get better eyes, bro.
Skill issue.
Skill issue. She can share 2 glowing rocks. Just make better eyes.
We can try a transplant.
I'm sure Ace has some that they could lend you.
I don't know if it's ever been done before, but we can be the first.
Eye transplant. Eye transplant.
I see nothing wrong with that.
Was that a pun?
Yes.
Oh my god. I like how I knew it immediately.
Guard,
Okay.
seize him.
I'm part of
Guards!
the problem. I always laugh.
I do too. They're great.
I've spent a week with this person in real life.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Couldn't get away from me then.
Impossible to get away.
Okay.
All right.
So first watch. Ajal and Atlas. The two of you, as you begin your watch, realize the snow begins to set in as a winter storm begins to roll over the dark pines and hills of the region. Any conversations or anything else during your watch? And I will need perception checks as well.
Do you want one from me and my bird?
Just give yourself advantage, or the bird advantage.
I think we have the same perception when all's told. So
Yeah, it's dark, so you can't use the sight-based one because it's hard to see you, and I don't think your bird has dark
it
vision.
has dark vision.
Vultures have dark vision.
It's not a vulture stat block because there is no vulture stat block.
Vultures have dark
So
vision.
technically.
I
It's a
think
stat
vultures
block
are
I
nocturnal
think
partially, so they would. I think it would make sense. A lot of birds can see in the dark. At least somewhat.
Can vultures see in the dark? No.
Well, never mind.
Sadness.
Yeah.
Bearded vultures, which is what my vulture is based off of, can fly at night though.
Fly, but not see very well.
55% of the tracked vultures were nocturnal.
We will give
So
you a 20. Alice with the 22. Okay. Yeah, the two of
you
you
play
begin.
poker, right? Sorry.
Atlas, you play poker.
Yeah, I would if Clay's around.
I can do it. I can learn at least.
Yeah, perfect time. Gotta watch out for this Clay though. He's too good at it.
Clay's on a test watch right
Yeah.
now.
Oh,
Well, Clay
right.
doesn't sleep, does he? Does he? Mm-mm. Well, there you go.
Well, no, Bonnie has him watching the guy that we gave the potion to.
True.
Yeah, but Clay does not sleep. He is currently always watching someone else.
Clay's watching,
I'm
Wazowski.
watching. Always
Clay's
watching.
watching.
I like to imagine
Oh,
he's like doing like sign language to the guy, just trying to say that. He's like, doing like little hand motions.
I'm
just like this.
imagining he like has his arms crossed behind his back, doing like the back and forth prison walk.
Yeah, he's so emotive. I love it.
God, I just fucking crushed my toe with a rat tray.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ouch, are the rats okay?
Right. The rats are so fine. The tray is not anywhere near their cage right now. It's at my desk. I'm putting pajamas on them.
On the rats?
On the trays.
Damn. Oh, I'm sorry for your toes. That is actually tragic.
I'll never recover from this.
Never recover from this.
I'll never be a track star.
Never. So,
This is
sorry.
No,
Any
I was just
other things between Atlas and Ajal? Do you play cards?
Yeah.
Would Atlas play cards?
Yeah, he'll play cards.
Okay. Go ahead and both of you just roll. What have I been making you roll?
Was it 3d6?
Hold up. Both of you roll 3d6 for me, please. Without the other person being able to see it. Sorry. Roll that.
Damn.
Sorry. Love a good GM roll. Okay. Then Atlas do that as well. GM roll me. Okay. Are you actually playing for money or just?
I
I
probably
don't
wouldn't.
have much, but I could try.
Nah, it's all right. We don't have to. We can play for fun if you want.
Okay. So playing for fun, you have the chance to either uh, pass or, you know, fake double. Uh, like, cement yourself as, yeah, you like your cards that you've gotten. Oh, okay. So, Ajal, do you like your cards?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. You stand. Atlas, do you like your cards?
Yeah, I'll stand as well.
Okay. Two of you
I like
reveal
barely
your
remember how
cards.
to play, by the way. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you reveal your hands and find out that Atlas, you suck at at dice. Yeah, cards. I mean, you suck at poker. As they have a three of a kind.
Oh,
It is a good thing we are not playing for money then.
oh yeah.
And
Yeah, I lose all the time, so it's nothing new.
I see now why you were reluctant.
Does Atlas
Let us
know
go again.
he's playing poker?
Atlas, please stop playing poker. You suck.
Are you thinking like go fish
Atlas,
rules right now?
Atlas has to have a character flaw, or else he'd be too
Atlas
perfect.
is just a glutton for punishment at this point.
You
Yeah, I
can't
feel like he has a
be
gambling addiction at this point.
you can't
Yeah,
be
Yeah.
hot
probably.
and undead
Every
and good at
night.
poker.
Hey, at least he's hot, okay?
Hey, look,
Yeah.
he has to have a flaw.
Absolutely. But yeah,
Brandon just
you're
makes all these perfect characters. One of them has to be bad at poker.
absolutely.
That's the price.
Yeah. As you're finishing up your game of poker, you are kind of stopped short as you hear movement really fast. As you see Bonnie gets up. Bonnie, Clay warns you that that person has gotten up and is on their way. It seems that the guards are not watching good enough as they've just walked out of the tent where they were resting and are heading towards you. He's fairly close. I mean, his tent that the guards took him to is not far, so you have maybe about 12 seconds. Okay, you cast this. Yeah, so as Atlas and Ajal, you see Bonnie kind of stand up, very, very clearly casts a spell, and is watching. What are you two doing?
What is happening? Do we see anything?
A few moments pass, and oh, telepathic. You hear in your minds, most likely, that that person is arriving. They have seemingly uh, gotten up from their injury and are on their way very, very quickly.
Mm.
Supposedly.
Can we see the person yet?
Yeah, at this point, as you kind of stand after hearing this in your minds, you can see they're walking with a purpose towards Bonnie. You see they pass by the sleeping encampments of the other traders. You see there's really no need for people to kind of be on watch, as there's a guard perimeter, so all the traders are just sleeping. Um, you read his mind, um, and there is a multitude of thoughts that are drifting through it all at once. Um, you are getting um, images and feelings that you haven't felt in a long time. Um, and there is memory here of things this person should not know, and an order that they have been given in their mind. And you look down at their hand as they brandish a dagger towards you.
I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Okay. They are immediately frozen. They are struggling. She won't get out of my head.
Bonnie, care to explain? What the fuck is happening? Okay, so what do we do about it?
I am indebted. I must get free of it. What are you doing?
Bonnie is typing.
Yeah, I know. They literally could not have saved.
Tee.
Yeah, I guess I'll go up to the guy
I
and like disarm him.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, you take the knife and you can
that's
see,
probably fair.
unable to really fight back. It's nothing. And you can literally see it's just a cooking knife. Like it's the first weapon he saw that he could grab, and he was just brandished it against Bonnie.
Does somebody have rope?
Yeah, I think I have some rope on me. I can hog tie him so he won't be able to get anywhere.
Sounds good to me.
I don't think you can do it while he's actually held. I think he's like frozen.
Mm-hmm.
It just says they're paralyzed. However you want to interpret that.
Oh.
And I think it lasts a minute anyway, so I can just wait the minute.
Yeah, I mean, I can drop it once you're like standing there ready with a rope. Because it's concentration, so I could drop it whenever.
Yeah, I'll get in position with my rope.
3, 2, 1, go.
As you drop it, he attempts to fight back. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Which one?
Both. Yeah. Either Atlas or you. I imagine Atlas.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh.
He pushes off of you and Atlas and charges Bonnie.
Well, fuck.
Atlas, not Atlas, Bonnie, go ahead and make an athletics check.
Goddamn, Atlas. I just looked.
15. He grapples you and attempts to suplex you into the ground, but you're able to hold your ground and you're not pushed off your feet. He goes and tries to bite you. He bites in the side of your exposed neck and tears flesh with his teeth.
That did not look good.
She won't get out of my head!
Oh my.
He is furious and angry and not in his right mind.
Yeah, I think at this point I'll like stab my spear into him.
Make an attack roll.
Goddamn.
12? He's a commoner. That hits. Roll
I was about to
damage.
say.
5. You jab the spear through his neck, and suddenly you hear gurgling. You thrust the spear out, and a spray of red goes across the ground. With all this yelling and screaming, at this point, Ripley and Ace wake up, and both of you wake up to see an individual fall to their knees, clutch their neck, and you see their eyes suddenly shift. As if some strange veil of color falls over them. For just a moment. But it is one that is very familiar to Bonnie. As you see a veil of dark eyes with hints of silver that passes over his regular eyes, and then his eyes seem merciful, as if he's begging. And then they shut, and he falls dead. That's where I'm going to end this lesson tonight.
Ooh.
Well, that was fun.
Dang.
Yeah.
Bonnie, look what you've done.
You killed a man.
You've killed a man.
Oh, Ripley, since you're back, you wake up to yelling and screaming and a man's neck bleeding out.
Okay.
And Bonnie has a chunk bitten out of her.
Yeah. Bonnie is currently bleeding.
I'm gonna heal Bonnie.
Okay. That is very, very good idea.
8 whole hit points. Garbage roll, but you know.
It's enough to heal the bite wound. He did not bite very hard. But yeah.
No rabies for you.
We're still level 4, right?
Yep.
Okay. Make sure I didn't miss that.
Oh, you're good. At this point, people, the session is over. But just so I remember,
Oh, we are
Actually-
going into second watch.
yeah. Second watch. Then clash notes. There we go. Yeah.
This is fun.
I was like, who the fuck is Brown
Good job,
Bear?
Bonnie. So proud of you.
Yeah, I'm using the sorry. I'll
No, you're good. I was like, who the fuck is the bear?
sorry, I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
Oh, you're fine. Your message typing? What's going on?
like a mesh. Oh no, what does
We have a
Gamesh
god
have
talking
to
to us.
say?
We have a god.
Oh, it
We
is
have God talking
Gamesh.
to us.
I don't want to know what Gamesh as a god has to say to us. Like, it can't be good.
Honestly, I don't think Gamesh would have much to say.
Exactly. I mean,
I will say
he might have some stuff to say to the people who are trying to like actively help Eldritch
Hadar,
Evil.
yeah.
And the Great Beast, like
And the
get in,
Great
which
Beast.
is kind of at least half of us.
His territory, his job now. So
Yeah. He's like, look, I didn't want to care, but alas.
he's like, I'm
Uh.
dead for 10 years, and that's all it takes.
Yeah, for
There's
20.
nothing wrong with worshipping the great beast. She's so pretty.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's anything wrong with worshiping Hadar, but haters gonna hate.
But haters gonna hate. I'm a hater.
Yeah.
I'm a hater.
Ripley is also a hater.
Ripley hates her job. Oh, hates his job.
He hates his job. He hates his coworkers. It sucks.
Well, we've come to an understanding. It's not that bad.
You're the
Yeah,
only
you
man.
just
You're the only
don't
tolerable one.
kill innocent villagers, and I won't Eldritch Blast you.
I can't wait to see Ripley's
Surprising
evil
that
moment.
Ace has made it past this point, truly.
I'm surprised I'm still alive.
Yeah.
I didn't think my 9 and con was going to make it this far, but hey, look, someone did.
Teamwork! We can do it if we work together.
Yeah, we can do it if we work together. That's all we need.
We only need half of our party being able to heal to survive.
That's it.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Remember how
Over
many
half
healers
now,
we had
actually.
in the last game?
Realistically,
1.5.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
that.
yeah,
With 3 people that could heal, 1.5.
yeah.
Is it the same thing
I
with
have
this
good hair.
campaign? No, it's more like all of us count as like half, I think. So like
So you're at 2
ultimately
healers.
have like
2
Yeah.
healers.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Honestly. Yeah, 2 healers. You have the bear. You have Ace. You have Ripley and Bonnie.
yeah.
And
My
you
spell
know,
slots.
Oh, I
I-
can't heal anybody.
no, but you could medicine people.
Oh yeah, I can
Yeah.
stop you from dying.
Yeah, you are a doctor.
I am a doctor.
2 healers and then 1 nurse.
And I can do the opposite of healing.
And
Hell yeah.
and 1
The sad part about it is my
Police
medical
officer.
knowledge is for killing people,
Executioner.
but I take people out of their misery.
Honestly, just as important.
One way or another.
Hey, one way or another, it's not gonna hurt anymore.
Also, I only heal you guys. I don't like heal regular people.
No, not at all.
I've never
noticed that.
tried to help someone else in the party. Yeah,
Gained the ability to heal.
it
Except
was
for
on
money.
purpose.
It was only when
Except
you
for
were offered
money.
Yeah, there has to
Yeah.
be some gain now.
Yeah, when you healed for
Yeah.
capitalism.
Look, I'm not here to help people. You know.
That was partially last session, last campaign.
Yeah, I mean, I was still not there to help anybody but myself.
Like I said,
but this,
partially.
yeah,
partially.
yeah, this time I'm actually more likely to help people. Surprisingly,
Exactly.
like of my
If
own.
it doesn't benefit me,
character's
why the fuck am I even
volition.
here? Me or Hadar? I mean, come on now.
Ripley also gets thrown in there from time to time.
That's different. That's part of the Hadar job.
It is.
Ooh. Betray
Capitalism
pajama.
cannot get a heal.
Betray.
Well,
Those
Bonnie, this is
die.
why you can't give shit for free.
Capitalism, I'll pay you.
It's gonna cost you 500 gold.
I can't spell, but I love autocorrect.
Hell yeah. Insurance. Unfortunately. Does your plan cover this kind of injury? Where did the injury? Are you sure about that? Do you have your plan number with you? I'm gonna
Were
need to
you
check
under the
this.
influence of any substances that would have impaired
Did
your
this
judgment?
occur in the workplace? Yes or no? Were you within city limits?
Did you follow the instructions on all on all operations?
Are you up to date on your rabies vaccine? I wish we could fix capitalism. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wish.
Ah,
It'd be so
cat fixing
nice.
cat
You know, there's so many things, so many ideas. Put me in power. Come on.
fixing capitalism
Totally.
requires government to do their job, and we know how that goes.
Imagine doing your job. Couldn't be me.
I'm telling
Imagine. Yeah.
you. I can't say that. I always do my job, even when
Mhm.
other people don't. I'm that guy.
Same. Absolutely.
Oh man,
But yeah, very good
good
session.
session though. Good session. Good
Yeah.
session.
And
We
on
will.
the edges of Clash, you all are ready to enter the city tomorrow.
Yeah. Two
And by
more
tomorrow, I mean
watches.
one more week.
One more week.
Yes, tomorrow.
Yeah.
The rest of the week is just a blur, right?
Like the rest of the
Absolutely.
week is like us taking a nap.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Our roughly 4 hour session is our 16-hour day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Man, I can't wait
Got that
till we
3 hour
level
session.
up. I've got plans.
The haters are gonna sabotage.
They might.
I bet the haters would sabotage you, honestly.
This is a hater thing to do.
I'll sabotage you if you want.
No.
No.
Man, what I wouldn't do for a third spell slot, honestly.
I
Fucking
do a
two
lot of
spell
Already.
things
slots.
for a lot of spell slots.
I would do almost anything for just one more. It's truly awful.
Can't do it, you be busted. Obviously.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Just 7 more levels and then I get another one. Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, guys. It has been a blast. But I need to go to sleep.
Yes. Good night.
All right, night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Yep. Good night.
Does that wish for games?
Games.
Games!
I could play a game.
Bet. Hope to see you in the other server. Bye, Doctor.
Bye, Doctor. Um. Yes, you are completely correct, Doctor. It had to do. He had memories of, like, from what you can gather, of your deeds as a Death Pact angel. Um. But like they were from someone else's point of view. It was weird.
That's crazy, but so cool.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Death Pact stuff.
That stuff. Good stuff. Except when it almost gets you murdered. And you're safe.
Yeah. He had a debt to who? You have no idea.
I wonder.
And you've been fallen for a while, so like, who knows?
Oh my gosh. Somebody's using body's powers and putting people in debt. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed that.
I did, thank you.
No problem. If you have any more questions, always feel free to shoot me a message.
We shall. I have a few more, and I'll send it through text.
Sounds good. I'll talk to you later then.
Alrighty. Good
Have a good
night.
night. Sweet dreams. Sorry about that. Secrets.
I was hoping you would know
I
what
was
I
still
meant when I
streaming.
rolled.